Affinity in Human Chatbot Interactions by Riddhi, Jain, Pitlaya, Santiago Castillo de Obiso, Gabrielle Fitzgerald, Robin A. Murphy, and Daniel R. Lametti. Birds of a feather flock together. This proverb suggests that people connect with others who share their interests, personality, and mental states, a phenomenon known as homophily. But the extent to which we affiliate with AI that reflect our psychology remains unknown, and that was the focus of this study. In Experiment 1, 100 participants were recruited from Amazon Mechanical Turk, and they interacted with two versions of the large language model GPT-4. The interactions occurred through the OneReach.ai software platform. In one version of GPT-4, it was instructed to use language that resembled somebody who has anxiety. In the second version, it was instructed to use language of somebody who is really happy. We call this pathological happiness. Following these two interactions, each participant then completed some questionnaires that included a standard measure of anxiety, the SCL. In the method section of the poster, you can see the prompts that we used to instruct GPT-4 and representative chats, GPT-4 with each personality interacting with the experimenters. Let's jump to the results. In the panel on the left, we have anxiety score on the x-axis, and on the y-axis, we have the extent to which our participants agreed with the following four statements. I would chat with the bot again, I felt different from the bot, I enjoyed chatting with the bot, and I felt similar to the bot. The colors represent the bot type, orange for anxious and turquoise for happy. We observed a form of affiliation or homophily, where people who had higher anxiety felt more similar to the anxious bot, and people who had lower anxiety felt more similar to the happy bot. We also examined the sentiment or tone of the messages that people sent to our two chatbots. Here we observed a form of empathy, where regardless of whether you're anxious or happy, if you're chatting with the happy bot, you tend to use more happy language compared to chats with the anxious bot. And if you're chatting with the anxious bot, you tend to use more negative language than compared to chatting with the happy bot. In Experiment 2, we examined the same idea, but instead of manipulating a psychopathology in our AI, we manipulated the personality trait of being extroverted or introverted. 100 different participants interacted with these two versions of GPT-4, so an introverted GPT-4 or an extroverted GPT-4, and then we asked them a series of questions and measured extroversion and introversion using the BFI. The data for Experiment 2 is in the results section here. On the x-axis we have extroversion, and then on the y-axis we have the extent to which our participants agreed with our four questions. The colors represent bot types. Purple is introverted and green is extroverted. Again, we observed a form of homophily where people who were more extroverted felt more similar to the extroverted bot, and people who were more introverted felt more similar to the introverted bot. In this case, we found that the tone or sentiment of participants' messages was not modulated based on the personality of the chatbot. So what's the key takeaway from our study? Participants rated the AI as more similar to them if the language it used mirrored some aspect of their personality. We think that the results could have implications for the use of AI in a healthcare context. Thanks for your time and attention.